Hello everybody, this is Ivan of Ivan's Video Collection. I'm going to take just a quick minute and tell you about the video you're about to watch. This video was produced basically kind of by accident. I was wanting to do a time reading for the production of A Christmas Carol. In other words, what I intend to do was do a one-time read through of the script, word for word as the script reads. I have the ability to change my voice a little bit, and so as an example, when I played the ghost, I would alter my voice, deepen my voice or something, and with the intention of adding just a touch of reverb when I did the ghost of the voices. But basically it was to get a time of how long it would take to produce a video. When I got done and put it together, it was so awesome that I decided I wanted to share it. I also decided that this will probably be used along with the scripts to help in the production. Again, I haven't even got the scripts out there yet, but this word for word is the script. It turned out beautifully, I might say. But I have to say that while I am capable of producing, shall we say, somewhat different voices for the parts, I don't think I did a very good job with the ladies' voices. I've already been informed by several ladies that they will be interested in reading for this, so there may be other videos after this, but this is the first one. I also want to note that Mr. Charles Dickens, in his later life, was on the road, traveling, reciting from his books. And having read through this once, I must say I think it must have been a very awesome thing to listen to him read the stories aloud. I can see why the audiences were thrilled. They're beautiful stories, very strong parts, and well, I think you're going to find it very awesome. This is the scripted version, the very first one, the first edition of A Christmas Carol, and I do hope you'll enjoy it. Best wishes to everybody. Bye now.
5 o'clock in the city of London on this day before Christmas, and all is well. 5 o'clock in the city of London on this day before Christmas, and all is well.
Cratchit! But sir, it's very cold. Put that wood back. Very good, sir. Directly after Christmas, I shall put a lock on the wood box. Understand? Yes, Mr. Scrooge. It's only that it's a bitter day and I have a bit of a cold, sir. That is no excuse for you to rob my wood box. Besides, we all work better in an air that is a bit brisk. Yes, sir. Stop that noise. Do you hear? Stop it at once. Merry Christmas, sir. Be off with a lot of you. No need to wish him a Merry Christmas. That's old Scrooge, it is. A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you. Bah, humbug. Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure. I do. Merry Christmas? Right have you got to be merry. You're poor enough. What right do you have to be dismal? You're rich enough. Bah, humbug. Don't be cross. What else can I do when I live in such a world with fools? Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. A time for balancing your books and finding them dead against you. If I had my way, every idiot who goes around with "Wish you Merry Christmas" on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Now see here, Uncle, nephew, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine. Keep it, but you don't keep it. Let me leave it alone, then. I've always thought of Christmas as a good time, a fine, charitable, pleasant time, when men and women open their shut-up hearts freely, and therefore, though Christmas has never put a scrap of silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good. So I say, God bless it. Well spoken, Mr. Fred. Let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder that you don't go into Parliament. Don't be angry. I came here to ask you to come and dine with Peg and me tomorrow. I'm not interested. But I want nothing from you, only your company. No. But why? You've never met my wife. Why did you get married? Because I fell in love. Because you fell in love. Good afternoon. Why can't we be friends? Good afternoon. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to allow you to chase away the Christmas spirit that I feel in my heart. A Merry Christmas, Uncle, and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Bob. The same to you, Mr. Fred. Well, come in, come in. The latch isn't on. Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley? Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night. Then I have no doubt his liberality has been represented in his surviving partner. At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, we try to make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present time. Many thousands are in want of common comfort, sir. Are there no prisons? Plenty of prisons. And the workhouses, are they still in operation? They are, unfortunately. I wish I could say they were not. And the poor law, is it still in full vigor? It is, sir. I was afraid from what you'd said that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I am glad to hear it. We choose this time to help these unfortunates because it is a time they want the strongest. What shall I put you down for? Nothing. You wish to be anonymous? I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned, and those who are badly off must go there. Most of them would rather die than do that. Then let them do exactly that, and help decrease the surplus population. Obviously, you are not interested in the misfortunes of others. It's enough for a man to understand his own business, and not to interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. Good day, sir. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas. It is but 12 minutes past 5, Cratchit. Your workday ends at 6. I know, sir, but I have to stop at the greengrocer's and the poulterer's before I go home, and they close at 6 sharp. Oh, very well. You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose. If convenient, sir. It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, and yet you don't think of me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work. It's only once a year, sir. A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning. Indeed I will, Mr. Scrooge. And a Merry Christmas, sir. Humbug! What do you want of me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit?
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
You're nothing but a stomachache, an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese. There's more of gravy than of grave about you. Humbug!
You are wrong. I am the ghost of Jacob Marley.
Then why do you come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk among his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death.
You are fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link, yard by yard. Of my own free will I wore it. Is its pattern strange to you? You also wear one, Ebenezer, only you are still forging yours.
Can't you speak some words of comfort, Jacob?
I have none to give. I cannot rest. I cannot linger anywhere. Many weary journeys lie ahead of me.
7 years dead and traveling all the time?
The whole time. No rest, no peace. Incessant torture of remorse. I travel on the wings of the wind. Oh, such was I, an unheeding man.
But you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop of water in the ocean of my business. At this time of year, I suffer most.
You do speak strangely, Jacob.
Hear me, my time is nearly gone.
I will, but don't be hard on me.
I am here to warn you that you have a chance of escaping my fate.
You were always a good friend to me.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
I think I'd rather not.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Without their visit, you cannot hope to escape my fate. Expect the first when the bell tolls 1.
Can't I take them all at once and have it over with?
Expect the second when the bell tolls twice, and the third when it strikes 3 times. And heed them when they appear. You will not see me anymore, but remember what has passed between us. Try and escape my miserable fate.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What business brings you here?
Your welfare. Rise and walk with me.
Where are we going?
Out into the night, on wings of air.
I am mortal. I'm liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than this. Do you recognize this deserted study hall?
It looks familiar. Who is that lad?
It is the Christmas holiday, and this is the 2nd year he's been left behind. No place to go for Christmas.
Poor chap. I wish... But it's too late.
You wish what?
There were some boys singing Christmas carols outside my counting house today. I drove them away. He's looking up. Why, it's myself as a boy. Yes, and this is the school I attended. I was so lonely.
Do you remember this too?
Dear, dear brother, I have come to take you home, Ebenezer. I bring you home. Home. Home, dear Fan? Yes, home for good. Father is ever so much kinder than he used to be, and now home is a wonderful place. Yesterday I asked him if you couldn't come home to us, and this morning he sent me here in a coach. It's outside in the drive, and we're to leave right away, and you're never coming back. Will we always be together? Always together, Ebenezer, from now on.
Your sister was a delicate creature, but always kind enough and thoughtful. A girl with a big heart.
So she had.
She died a young woman, leaving behind her 1 child.
Yes, my nephew Fred.
He visited you yesterday.
Yes, he did. May we leave here?
Yes, for there is another shadow.
Why, bless my soul.
Do you know him?
Know him, of course. Bless his heart, it's old Fezziwig, alive again. Oh, why, I was one of his apprentices. He taught me my business. A fine man, old Fezziwig.
One of you boys, come here.
Yes, Mr. Fezziwig.
Do you know the day Ebenezer Scrooge?
Indeed, yes, sir. It's the afternoon before Christmas.
To be sure.
And no more work for the day. Not a tap of it, understand? Now, up with the shutters, Ebenezer. Yes, sir.
Tonight we'll dance and sing and play. There'll be no talk of business or of profits or losses.
Mrs. Fezziwig and my daughters have the finest of foods ready. I've been smelling those wonderful odors all day.
Off we go, then. We'll keep Christmas as it should be kept.
A silly man. Mr. Fezziwig wasn't a silly man. He was kind and generous. If only I could speak to him.
My time grows short. There is still another shadow.
I've seen enough.
Are you sure, Ebenezer? I think not.
Why, it's Belle.
The beautiful girl you were to marry. And there you are in your prime. Now your face reflects the signs of greed. There is a restless motion to your eyes. Belle noticed it.
It matters very little to you. Another idol has displaced me. I hope it comforts you in time to come. What idol do you refer to, Belle? A golden one. There is nothing in this world as hard as poverty. You fear the world too much. You hold money more important than me or anything else. I have grown wiser, but I haven't changed my attitude toward you. But it has. You are changed. I'm going to grant your wish and let you free to go your way. Have I ever asked to be freed? Not in so many words, Ebenezer, but as what you wish. I hope you will be happy in the life you have chosen. Goodbye, Ebenezer. Today, Belle is a happy woman, surrounded by her children and grandchildren. Spirit, show me no more. Show me no more. I cannot bear it. My time is ended, Ebenezer. Listen for the stroke of 2. Show me no more. I cannot bear it. Show me no more, I beg you.
Ebenezer Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge, I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me.
You're practically a giant, yet you have such a young face. I've never seen the like of you before.
I have many brothers, more than 1,800, one for each Christmas.
You are here to take me with you? Conduct me where you will.
I trust you will profit by your journey. Touch my robe.
Where are we, Spirit?
You shall see. A very poor house, as you can see.
Indeed it is. Who, may I ask, lives here?
An underpaid clerk named Bob Cratchit. The woman is Mrs. Cratchit, and those are 3 of her children. There are 2 others.
What has become of your precious father and Tiny Tim? And Martha wasn't half as late last Christmas Day by half an hour. And just who is using my name in such a manner? Dear Martha. My goodness, such affection. Merry Christmas to all of you. You dear child, how late you are. We'd a great deal of work to finish up last night, and we had to clear away this morning. Well, never mind. As long as you're here, Lord bless you. Guess what? We're having the most wonderful goose for dinner. Of course, it isn't a very big one, and we have plum pudding with sauce. How wonderful. Here comes Father and Tiny Tim. Hide, Martha, hide. Why, where's our Martha? Not coming. Not coming? Not coming on Christmas Day? Martha! I'm so glad to be home. Tiny Tim, how are you? I've been to church. There's some punch ready. Go get it, boys. Help your sister. And how did Tiny Tim behave? As good a gold and better. He told me coming home that he hoped the people at church saw he was a cripple, because it might be pleasant to them to remember on Christmas Day who made the lame beggars walk and the blind men see. That little chap with the crutch.
Tiny Tim?
Has he been crippled long? Can't the doctors help him?
Bob Cratchit can't afford a doctor. Not on 15 shillings a week salary. He has many mouths to feed.
Ah, your mother's famous Christmas punch. The finest in all England. You pour it, Bob. Have your cups and glasses ready. Your dear mother, as usual, has outdone herself. What better way to start off the day than with a fine bit of punch? I'm hungry. Directly we'll finish this and we'll have dinner. Now are we all ready? I propose a toast. A toast? I propose 2 toasts. First, the founder of this feast to be. I give you Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon. And I hope he'd have a good appetite for it. My dear, the children, Christmas Day. I'll drink his health for your sake in the days, but not for his. Long life to him, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt. And now a toast to us. A very Merry Christmas to all of us. God bless us. God bless us, every one. Tell me, Spirit, will Tiny Tim live?
I see a vacant seat in the chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Oh no, Spirit, say that Tiny Tim will live, that he will be spared.
Why concern yourself about him? Isn't it better that he die and decrease the surplus population?
But he and these others might be helped.
Are there no prisons and the workhouses? Are they still in operation?
Do not taunt me.
Come, we must go.
Answer me.
We still have another stop.
Cold, my dear? Just a bit, but I don't mind. We'll be home in another 5 minutes. This walk will make us hungry. Not too hungry, I hope. Don't worry, Peg. I'm sure there'll be plenty enough to eat. Is that his wife?
Yes, the niece you've never bothered to meet.
Christmas is such a wonderful day, and not a humbug as your precious uncle claims. He believed it, too. More's the pity. It's hard to have pity for such a man. I feel sorry for him. However, his offenses carry their own punishments, and I have nothing to say against him. Funny his not wanting to bother with us. All we ask is his company, nothing more. He's the only one that suffers by his ill whims. One thing, he's losing a fine dinner by it. Let's hurry home, dear. She seems a nice enough sort, don't you think? I should like to meet her, I believe.
You had your chance, Ebenezer Scrooge. Now I must leave you. The time is drawing near.
Please, kind spirit, don't leave me. Not right now. I wish to talk, to ask your advice.
Are you sure you need advice, Ebenezer? After all, are you not a rich man? A man of intelligence? A man who knows his own mind?
No, no!
Goodbye, Ebenezer. Wait for the stroke of 3.
The third and last one. The spirit of Christmas yet to come. Where will you take me? What will I see? Have I anything to fear? You are about to show me the shadow of things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Lead on, then, for the night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me. When did he die? Last night, I believe. I thought he'd never die. I wonder what he's done with all his money. I haven't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps. One thing is certain, he didn't leave it to charity. Are you going to his funeral? Not unless a free lunch is provided. I'm not that hungry, thank you. Spirit, this man those men were discussing, who is he? Whoever is he, or was he? Whoever he is or was, he left no sympathy behind him. He must have been much disliked. You shouldn't work in this bad light, Mother. Your eyes already are strained. I'll stop for a while, for I don't want to show a pair of red eyes to your father when he comes home. It's time he were here. Past it, rather, but these days he walks slower than he used to. I've known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulders very fast indeed. He was so light to carry, and your father loved him so. It was no trouble. Poor father, he's aged so these past few months. You're late tonight, Robert. Yes, I'm late. I'll fetch you some tea, Father. You went there today, Robert? Yes, I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. I'll go with you one of these days. I promised him I would walk there every Sunday. My poor Tiny Tim. At last he got rid of his crutch. Why did Tiny Tim have to die? If only someone could have helped him. Spirit, the dead man those men were talking about, who was he? Who was he? You mean it was I? I was the man. Oh no, Spirit, no. Hear me. This can't happen. It mustn't be allowed. I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been but was for this lesson. I will honor Christmas in my heart. I will try and keep it alive all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. I shall not shut out the lessons that all 3 spirits have taught me. Oh, tell me there is hope, that I may sponge away my selfish past. Tell me there is still hope. I will be a different man. Where am I? Why, I'm in my own bed. Right in my own bed. Those bells. It must be Christmas Day. Christmas Day. I wonder. Now tell me, what day is it today? Today? Why, it's Christmas Day, of course. And to think the spirits have done it all in one night. What's that, sir? Do you know the poulterers in the next street? I should hope I did. An intelligent boy, a remarkable boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging in the window? The one that was as big as me? What a delightful boy. Yes, the one that was as big as you. Oh, it's hanging there right now. Is it? Go and buy it. Ah, you're pulling my leg. Indeed I'm not. Here's the money. Go buy it and deliver it to Bob Cratchit, who lives on Golden Street in Camden Town. Cratchit? Golden Street, Camden Town. I understand, but sir, there's still considerable money left over, almost half a sovereign. Keep it, my boy, keep it. Oh, thank you, sir. And boy, don't let Mr. Cratchit know who sent the turkey. It's a surprise, and something else. A very Merry Christmas to you. We'll be ready for dinner in another half hour. Fine, I'm as hungry as the proverbial bear. If it's someone looking for charity, do what you can. Who is it? You? This took a lot of courage, but here I am. Well, nephew, introduce me to your wife. Uncle Ebenezer, this is Peg. That's no way to greet an uncle. This is the way to greet an uncle. Are you a good cook, Peg? Quite good. She's a wonderful cook. Oh, I'm sure she is. I've accepted your invitation for Christmas dinner. From now on, both you'd better plan on seeing a great deal of me. I'll explain it all later. Right now, let me say, I'm a changed man. Well, Cratchit, what do you mean by coming to work at this time of day? You're 18 and 1/2 minutes late. I'm sorry, sir, I overslept. Overslept, eh? A poor excuse. Please, sir, it happens but once a year. I was making rather merry yesterday. Step this way. Now, I'll tell you what, my friend, I'm not going to stand any more of this sort of thing. Therefore, I'm going to raise your salary. A Merry Christmas, Bob. A Merry Christmas than I have given you for many a year. Are you well, sir? I couldn't be better. And this afternoon we'll discuss how I can help you and your family, especially Tiny Tim. He'll get well. I'll see to that. Now make up the fire and buy another coal scuttle before you dot another I. You seem in unusually fine spirits, sir. Spirits. I should be, for I was visited by 3 of the nicest and wisest spirits that ever walked the earth. God bless you, sir, and as Tiny Tim would say, God bless us, every one.